What? What are you supposed to be?
Alfa Romeo, an iconic Italian automobile manufacturer, boasts a rich history spanning over a century. The company roots can be traced back to 1910, when it was founded in Milan as Alfa Romeo Labrada Fabbrica Automobili. The initial focus was on producing high-quality automobiles, and in 1915, the company's name changed to Alfa Romeo, following the involvement of Niccolo Romeo, who played a crucial role in its development.
So, a couple of things we gotta establish here is what are your thoughts here? And better, of course, this is the start of Alfa Romeo.
Mm-hmm. Yep, as we know, most people call it Alpha, which it's called Alpha back then, but now it's called Alfa Romeo, but still people call it Alpha. Like Jeremy Clarkson, he calls it Alpha. Most people call it Alpha.
But Alpha actually stands for a long name.
Automo Labrada Fabbrica Automobili.
Yes, that. But Alpha was an established car, so its focus was it started, I should say, in 1910. So during the early years of Alfa Romeo, it gained regulation for its involvement in motorsports, establishing a reputation for performance and innovation. The brand's first major success came in the 1920s. It won the Targa Florio, an iconic endurance race. Alfa Romeo continues to dominate motorsports throughout the 1920s and 1930s, securing victories in prestigious events like the Mille Miglia and Le Mans.
And that's pretty good. This is the building blocks of Alfa Romeo, really.
Yeah, it's the building blocks. It's really cool to see because a building block of a car is performance and innovation, and the fact that it's dominating the 1920s and 1930s, where it first began, from where like 10 years from 1910 to 1920, and it's winning already and producing very well equipped, performance car.
Then in the 1930s, Alfa Romeo produced some of its most iconic and influential vehicles, including the 8C-2300 and the 6C-1750. These cars combine performance, elegance, and cutting-edge technology, solidifying Alfa Romeo's status as a leading luxury and sports car manufacturer.
Yep, so to first start, 8C-2300, Alfa Romeo's.
It's more a Grand Prix car than the 1750, which was more a production car for people.
Yes, a look car, I should say, because the Alfa Romeo 2300 has very well performance looks. It's more, it looks like, I don't know the proper words to say it, because it just looks more aggressive than the 1750. And the 1750 does look
a lot more elegant.
Yes, in its own luxurious way. It doesn't look as I don't know why, but this 2300 looks like I know it is a Grand Prix car, right?
Yeah, it is.
So there you go. It's but then it's a 6C, kind of looks like a relaxed version, but still with the iconic look of the 2300. I think we should say about that. But then we can go on to World War II. It brought challenges to the automotive history, and Alfa Romeo, like many others, shifted its production to support of the war effect. Postponed, the company faced financial difficulties, leading to a period of nationalization. However, Alfa Romeo rebounded, introducing successful models such as Galita in the 1950s, marking the beginning of a new era.
And yet the Goleta is more the grandfather of the Giulio, which is the processor for that.
Yes, still make them to this day, I believe. And then they like, I don't know that they don't have because they still have the luxury and sport look to this day. And then 1950s, that's when they started it up again. So it's really cool that they kind of kept that name throughout the present day.
Yep. Then the 1960s and 1970s witnessed Alfa Romeo's commitment to innovation with the introduction of the Giulia and later the iconic Alfa Romeo Spider. These models embrace sleek design and advanced engineering, contributing to the brand's global appeal.
So I want to talk about the Spider real quick. It's a very good looking car, and for when it was made, 1970s was when it was made. So we'll pull up this picture, but it looks like it's a lightweight car with not much horsepower, but it's okay because it looks like it's a very track day car. I feel like I don't want to use this car as a representative, but it kind of reminds me of it, but like a Mazda, because I don't want to use that because I feel like this car is better than that. But a Mazda, everybody can still buy, and it's it's just a light two-door car, and it kind of resembles, it's just a light track, everyday vehicle, and you can still drive this home afterwards you get done with the track. It's a car you want to be in.
Yeah, it's a really great just driving car. You feel special when you're driving it.
Yes, absolutely. It's a way to expand your mind of how Alfa still has that look. So then we get to the late 1980s. Alfa Romeo was faced with financial difficulties again, leading to its acquaintance by the Fiat Group. This partnership allowed Alfa Romeo to benefit from Fiat's resources while retaining its distinctive identity. The collaboration resulted in models like the Alfa Romeo 156 and 166, which garnered praise for their design and performance. So, just gathering the information from what I just read, Fiat, are they still today's owners of Alfa Romeo?
I think so. I don't know for sure. Please say something in the comments if we're wrong about that. But I think so.
But it's really cool to see that they kept that engineering of the iconic look, but had a partnership to create maybe even a better car because of the financial difficulties. Didn't have to worry about it as much, so they could create. So they didn't have to cut corners in certain areas.
Then the 21st century brought renewed focus on creating dynamic and stylish vehicles. Alfa Romeo introduced the 8C Competizione, a limited edition supercar that later the Giulio and Stelvio, making a return to the U.S. market. These models embodied the brand's commitment to delivering a thrill driving experience coupled with Italian fare. So the Giulio and Stelvio, the Giulio is a sedan now, which comes with, you can have a performance version or just a regular version. Same with the Stelvio. The Stelvio is an SUV though, which can have performance or not really.
Yeah, so it's like you can just it's like building, like specking, I guess. Like you can just have the option of what you want in them. It's a good thought right there. But despite facing challenges and changing its ownership, Alfa Romeo legacy's endurance, the brand continues to invoke passion among automotive enthusiasts, blending a storied race heritage with a complementary design and performance. Alfa Romeo remains a symbol of Italian craftsmanship and automotive excellency, leaving an indelible mark on the history of automobiles.
And they came out with a new supercar, which is the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale, which can come with a gas option, which is 620 horsepower with a twin turbo V6, 8-speed dual clutch, and power to the rear wheels. Then you can also have an all-electric variant, which will deliver more than 750 horsepower, a range of 280 miles on it.
Okay, that's actually pretty impressive. I feel like, though, that the horsepower isn't quite there for what it lives up to, like Acura before, but it gives a better example because they have a higher up option. Sadly to say, electric, 750 horsepower though, that's pretty good there.
Very good.
Yes.
And the interior is one of the best interiors I've ever seen.
Jeremy Clarkson once said, "You wanna?"
Yes. Jeremy Clarkson once said that you were never a car guy if you've never owned Alfa Romeo. You have to go through the hardships and strifes of an Italian car that will break down with electric issues all the time.
Yes. No, but Alfa Romeo is a leadership of the car community. Not just because it's iconic, just because everybody just has the feeling to own one. It's always been like that.
Car.
Yes, exactly. Car brand, or just in general, they're just, if you own one, you're a car guy. It's just facts.
Yeah, and the outside of this car, the new one, looks very good.
But we can go back actually to the 4C. And that was a car with a fully carbon fiber body. And that was a very good looking car. And
didn't have much horsepower.
No.
Wasn't fastest.
No.
But it was elegant.
Yes. And that's what makes Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo.
Exactly. Performance figures.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty good. They're not the best, but it's the history. So I think that's the end of this podcast. Thank you for watching.
I'm Philip.
I'm Skylar. Thank you for watching again. And if you have any comments, please leave them down. And we did get our mics this time. So hopefully this is better. And we'll see you next time